Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today I want to show you guys how to caulk a wall that's highly textured. This is a heavy dash finish. We actually did this about a month ago, and I told the folks, in 2 weeks we're going to get cracks. And he says, what can we do to avoid cracks? I said, leave it in the bag. It's going to crack. All 3 coat systems done in a day crack. But I said, it's not a big deal. We just take some of this Moreflex, and it's got sand in it. It's textured. Here's what you do, guys. You find, here's a crack, and here's a crack. And we had 2 more on the other side. Big deal. So we get it into the crack. And the idea is, when people call me, they say, hey, Kirk, what kind of caulking should we use? One guy said he used, what's that stuff for aquariums? Silicone. And I said, dude, you can't paint that. And he says, well, I found that out. This is paintable. You could paint this, guys. And I've had a lot of people say, well, what about if you come to a wall that has texture? Because generally we're doing this on walls with hardly any texture. They're called sand finishes or sand textures. Anyway, I'll show you the trick, guys. And you don't need fancy tools. You could use your glove like I'm going to use. Okay. Now what you want to do is push it in the crack. So just push it in deep. Push it in deep, because if you don't, a year or 2 from now, it can come back. So we're pushing it in deep. And then what you do is you just rub it. Like, this gloves are too big for me, so I got little tips right here. You can use a whisk broom. You could use a paintbrush, but just you got to jag it up. Jag up that finish so it matches the rest of this jagged finish, because this has sand in it. If you just use your finger and do this, when you paint it, it's going to show like a sore thumb. So use whatever you got. You could use a green sponge float. You could use a rag with wet. You could use almost anything, but the idea is to make it jagged, guys. That way when it's painted, and this is paintable, it will match. Anyway, quick tip, just because a fella asked me what kind of caulking. I've done this before, but I just figured I'll update it. Anyway, my name is Kirk. Jason's on the camera. We thank you for watching, and as usual, we'll see you on the next one.
All right, folks, as always, we want to thank you all for watching. We really appreciate your questions and comments. Please let us know if there's anything you'd like to learn about. And as always, from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one. Okay, well, we're never going to get better than that, so...